Don't do it, Patty. He's coming to fix it.
Okay, this is the monitor that Patty was about to smash into oblivion in the first part of this vlog. Welcome back to the channel. If you've watched my previous vlog from last week, you know we've had a lot of challenges out here. But hey, I can't go too far without saying, giving us a little praise, if you will, to this channel. I go where I'm told. I'm very lucky that a few years ago he happened to be out here and we became good friends, as I've said on previous vlogs. And none of this stuff that we are about to show you and that we have done out here would be where it is if it wasn't for this gentleman. I'm going to leave a description or a link in the description for his channel. Go check it out. It's worth it. He gives some really good information, some great tips. He's helped us from the beginning, from the injection to the resurrection. He's been right there with us, so appreciate him. And by the way, what coach, what person comes over and helps you, points out everything that you need to do, sends you links to all the equipment that you need to buy for me. He did this as a personal favor to me and my family out here in the wilderness. And not only that, he's willing to do, well, this. Climb, that's my coach, up in the rig, hooking up the final parts and making sure everything works for the transfer switch that we put in our rig. And the reason we needed to do all this stuff, as I mentioned in a previous vlog, was because we had a short. We found a short in the back of the rig where it plugs in. Yeah, it looks like it just wasn't quite tightened up like it should have been from the factory. And so I'm going to talk about that right now.
Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you. I promised that I'd talk to you about when we hooked up the new system. Used to have a cable going through the front there that came out through the door. We don't have that anymore, it's gone. And so now I wanted to show you why we really changed that. We cut all this off, of course, because we used the cable here inside. But you can see this is what I started talking about last time, how that was burning out, and I'll show you why and what happened. And then I replaced it with this system to try to do, I thought maybe it was just not tight and I was shortening things out because of how I was tightening cables on and whatnot. But you can see it start happening again. And I can probably use this one again because see of how it works. It plugs into an extension cable that I have. So sometimes 25 feet is not enough, so I have another 25 feet. Okay, so this is another indication I showed you on the ground last time. See how that's charcoal, whatever, burnt from plugging it in. And we'll show you the cause of all that. And then this was my pigtail. This is what came hanging down from my pure sine wave inverter to make this into AC from my solar or my battery power to alternating current, so I can use it in the rig. And this used to be plugged in to the bottom of it and plugged in there and then ran all the way down to the back. But when we took it all apart, you can see that if you know anything about RVs, that's the plug on the back of RV where you plug in your 50 amp cables, like when you want to park at a park and you plug into 50 amp or even 30 amp if you have a pigtail to help drop it down. But you can see as we turn it over, you can get a good picture of that. These are the terminals. Okay, those are the terminals, and right there, this one was not tightened. It was too loose. Okay, so you can see these right here, they spin and tighten up. There's 3 of them, and there's a 4th one over here, and this one was just jiggling in there, and that's where the short came from. So we replaced it, and what we did, we come over here. Now I don't have any cables wrapped anywhere, but inside this bay I have the cable, 50 amp, that I can plug into my shore power or into my battery or whatever. And I don't know if you can look in there and see that little black box back in there. You maybe I get some of the line out of the way, is the transfer switch. Transfers the power automatically. It's all inside the rig now. I don't have any cables hanging out anymore. So, follow me around to the back. Put a new one of these on. Okay, this is where I used to have everything coming into the rig through the back. But as you can see from up here, there's no more cables running anywhere. It's all clean, it's all inside. That's it.
Okay, so things are much better now because basically went from this, where you can see that red one there is all charred up because it wasn't, we believe, from the factory, or it just jiggled loose because it wasn't tight enough. But at any rate, we went from this to this. We were able to clean it up, take all the wires away, put a transfer switch inside, and we were able to do all that and get all that done because of this. And there's no two other ways about it. So if you want to watch some great vlogs on how to do a lot of interesting things and great ideas, check them out. Okay, you remember when all this started, Patty was about to smash this monitor here because the alarm went off. We had it set at the wrong threshold, but I just wanted to show it to you. This is where we've come. This is like 180 degrees from where we started. This monitor that our coach told us to put in and helped us put it in, basically told me where to wire it and how to get it done. This is us first. This is what it looks like first thing in the morning, and I'm actually running my fireplace on the power coming through here. I've got 64%. I got 2.9 volts. I've got 81 amps, and I've got 1 kilowatt. But you can see up there right above the kilowatts, right below the 64, I have 6 hours and 12 minutes that I can keep running at current rate. And it's probably about 6 o'clock in the morning. So, should I panic? No, because the sun's about to come up and it's going to rejuvenate and bring the batteries back up. And that's the type of power that I have. I have 8 lithium batteries, and I have 3,600 watts of solar, 1,800 on the ground and 1,800 on the roof. The solar on the ground is angled for the sunshine. The stuff on the roof is not. But even with all that being said, I have enough power to run my fireplace first thing in the morning, which makes Patty happy and well, keeps things cozy in here.
Hi baby, what are you doing? What's that?
Well, you may not know this, but you bought me an anniversary present.
Well, it is almost our 30th anniversary, isn't it?
Almost.
What did I get you?
Starlink.
Starlink? Whoa! All right, we're gonna have to talk about that, huh?
Yes. Okay.
Okay guys, everybody seems to want to know the same thing. What's the speed like with a Starlink system? We're out in the Yuma Desert at the long-term visitors area, and you can see on my screen this morning when I got up about 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning, I did my first test, and it was 356 download speed and an upload speed of 34.6. That's one of the highest that I've gotten since we've had the system. But as you can see, that's pretty awesome. So now we're going to stop, and I'm going to do a speed test, live speed test right now, just to show you live. Okay, here we go. This is a live speed test from my phone, SpaceX. You can see on the first one, I just jumped right over like that. The first one was a 31 ping rate. This one is 23 right now. 229. Upload speed's not quite as great, but it's pretty good. Looks like it's going to top out around 11 upload speed, but it can be a lot higher. What do you think? Now keep in mind we're out here in the middle of the desert, and Verizon is the best carrier out here. So let's go ahead and turn on Verizon, and you can see this is during the day when it's the best, because at night it's almost impossible. There's so many people watching different while they're streaming. They're watching different shows and using Verizon at night when they're not out for the day activities. And so this is in the middle of the day, and this is what we like about Verizon in terms of the upload speed, 28 ms, and that's your ping rate, and that's pretty good upload speed. So we've been able to work with it, but at night, forget it. It's just absolutely crazy in terms of watching or streaming or anything of that nature. So there you have it, guys. Okay, this is the receiver inside of our unit. It sits on my desk back here where I work. And then we're going to go outside and we're going to show you where we put it through the side of the rig. And this is temporary because we're going to put a permanent line with an Ethernet connection in the near future. But right now it just comes in through here in the slide. I just wanted to show you that. And by now you probably also realize this is a 150-foot cord, that there's a lot of people with their quote unquote unboxing our Starlink. So you can probably see I don't know, hundreds of people taking their Starlink out of their box. So we decided not to do it that way. It's just kind of overdone. But this is the unit itself, sitting out here in the middle of the desert, pegged to the ground. So the wind, we get a lot of wind out here, if you know that, if you watched previous vlogs. But I wanted to show you underneath here where it connects. That wire goes right inside there, and that's one of the problems when you first get it out of the box. You got to push that up until you hear a little bit of a snap. Not too hard, but hard enough so it makes a connection. When I first hooked ours up, and that's where you pull it apart right there. When I first hooked our unit up, it wasn't working, and I had to go out and chase the wires down. And it's more like a HDMI cable. And went out there and played with that and got it to work by fastening it in better. So you may want to keep that in mind also. At any rate, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoy this vlog. Like and subscribe. Recommend it to your friends and your neighbors. You know, not that friend, not that neighbor, but you know the one that'll appreciate us. And we'll see you on the next vlog. Thanks for watching.